Okay, now that we've gotten this far, I went ahead and did it almost to the end. I'm going to continue together, adding our little bits on, tucking them around so it looks good on all sides, taping it down. And when you get down this far, you have to kind of swing your little hairpiece around, because otherwise you can't move your tape around, because you don't want to move around with your hand. You want to spin what you're working on. It's going to be much tighter and smoother. Let's get a couple more down here at the bottom. One on this side. It's kind of a ratty looking one. Let's get some white color. Okay, again, get it stuck to itself. Swing it around, swing it around. And I know this is a hard part. When it gets long, it gets a little bit more complicated, but just keep going. All right, I'm going to take some of these little stems out of my way that are keeping me from getting the tape stuck down well. Okay, nice and tight, just rub on it. We're going to add in probably 2 more little bits, trimming them out as we go. So we're just going to get a tiny bit. There you go. Some on the other side. Get them taped down. And it gets more complicated because you have all the weight on this end and you have to swing it around to be able to keep spinning. Let me see if I can get it started on itself. There we go. I need to get rid of these extra little stems. And I'm going to add one more teeny tiny bit right here. And then I'm not going to worry about covering the very end because we're going to put the ribbon there to cover it. So let's get a little bit on this side. Little bit on the opposite, a little fluffy bit. There we go. And let's get it so I can hold on to it a little bit better. Get it started sticking to itself, and then oops, tore the tape. Let me get rid of this. Remember, you want to leave your loop open so that it's not going to be blocked when you want to put your ribbon through it. Just now. One more bit. That's it. Stick it down really well so it doesn't unwind. There we go. All right, so you can kind of fluff it and rotate it, but it should look pretty round all around. Okay. Let me get rid of these last stems that are in my way over here. Make sure this is stuck really well. Okay, so now we're going to add the ribbon. And I have this pretty one here. We're going to go through the end, the loop that we made. Just tie a little half knot. It's tied right there. And then with the other end, don't worry about if it's twisted or not because we're going to cut it anyway. We're going to go through here, tie another little half knot, split it. Oops, these are not my good scissors. Let me get my good scissors for ribbon. You should use your ribbon scissors instead of a multi-purpose tool at this point. It's probably not sharp enough. Cut at an angle. Clean this up and cut at an angle. Okay, so now you can gently shape it, give it a little flex so it fits. If you're doing it for a small child, it would be a complete floral crown. It would be a complete little halo, because this for a 2-year-old or something like this, this would be the size. For an adult, it's gonna go basically ear to ear. Okay, with this ribbon, in addition to just tying off at the ends, if you wanted to, before you tied it off, you could tuck it through and add a little bit of color. Okay, just bring it through every few inches, And then you would do that before you cut it, and then go off to the other side and just leave little bits to tie it, or you could use just bobby pins to hold it in your hair. That would work too. Okay, so this is basically about the size you're going to get because it's just a 16-inch stub wire.